Well, as of just a few moments ago, the Spanish Fort Post Office is a thing of the past, closing its doors to more than 9,000 local residents. The struggle to keep it open continues after a long-time contract with the U.S. Post Office expired. NBC 15's James Gordon talked to folks affected by the closure and to a local congressman who says the fight ain't over.
You know, some of the people I talked to say they've had post office boxes at the Spanish Fort Post Office for decades. It's where hundreds have come to pick up their mail and run their businesses. Anibal Gonzalez has had his post office box here for 8 years, and today he came to turn in his keys.
We have 2 businesses that we run from our house, and all our personal mail comes to this facility. We try to keep the personal mail away from the house, and now we either have to go to Bay Minette or Daphne or some other place.
Joe Hartley has had her postal box here for 28 years. Coming here has been part of her life in Spanish Fort.
I just don't want to drive to Daphne for mail, so this was convenient, so I am upset that it's closing.
The Spanish Fort Post Office is considered a contract postal unit, which means it's not staffed or operated by the U.S. Postal Service. City officials and even members of Congress have filed letters, briefs, and even begged the Federal Postal Service to keep the post office open. Today, we caught up with newly elected Congressman Jerry Carl in Baldwin County. He says the fight is not over and no one is giving up.
I talked to one of the directors of the post office yesterday by phone, and he told me there was absolutely nothing we could do at this point from stopping it from being shut down. I talked to him about what we needed to do about addressing putting a new post office in there in some form or fashion. He told me it was all based on volume, and I told him, I promised him that this would not be the last time he heard from me.
Today might be the deadline to close, but the fight is still on.
We're hoping at least I'm hoping they'll have it back at some point.
I'm told there are several deadlines that have to be met in the approval process, but don't expect any action for at least several months, maybe even April. In Baldwin County, James Gordon, NBC 15 News.